Okay. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. For those of you who are new, hi, my name is Sienna and I read tarot cards, among other things, but on this channel I read tarot cards. So, this has been a viewer request from a few people, and that is to sort of tune in with Fred and Mary Trump, the parents of, you know, we all know, Agent Orange, and see what they kind of have to say right now, what they kind of think of what's going on right now with the impeachment hearings, with maybe what's going on with their son and what he's doing and stuff. So, look what I found. I found my Onyx kitty. I lost her for several months. She was under the bed, by the way, if anyone was curious. She fell under my bed. I totally forgot after a while, and I just said to myself, you know what, she'll turn up whenever she needs to, and she did. So I have my Onyx kitty with us today. I have this beautiful septarian crystal. I have this big old rose quartz. I really love this one. This is my newest one. Gorgeous. Anyways, I feel like that will help maybe enhance the spiritual connection or help with the channeling or something a little bit. I love to have my Onyx kitty with me as a protection stone. One of my many. Same with the septarian. Anyways, see if we can get in touch with Fred and Mary Trump. Now, before I do this, I would like to call on my own spirit guides to come in and be with me. I heard, we're here. There's one here. His name is Sam. He's come in before to help me out with a couple of mediumship readings and stuff. But anyways, so my guides are here. They're ready. They've always been here, I guess. Now let's take a look at Fred and Mary. Hello, hello. Are they here? I feel like Mary is here. They're both very distant. We know what you do, they said. We know what you do. And I'm getting that they're referring to the tarot readings and how a lot of my videos, especially lately, have been on Donald Trump. Don't insult our son to us, I heard. Okay. No, that's fair. That is fair. You know, it doesn't really matter what they do, I guess what the child does. A parent will always, good parents will always love their children, even when their children do horrible, heartbreaking things. I just heard that's right. Okay. So Mary is definitely here. Fred is he here? He's distant. Okay, Mary's a little closer. Fred is still distant. So, okay. So for your sake, both of you, I will try to be nice about this. I'll try and do this respectfully for you. Okay. What should we take a look at first? Mary says, we've learned many things after crossing over. Okay, so we could probably start with that then. What have you learned since passing away and, you know, going to the other side? I just heard the phrase, watching my life review. I imagine that would have been interesting. Did you ever expect to have to sit down and rewatch your whole life and all your decisions and everything? She says, not really. I expected to relive memories, all of the good times and all of the good things. She wasn't expecting to sort of get a look at everything, the good and the bad and the whatever. She says, I was not a bad person. I did bad things, though. Okay. So what did you learn? What else did you learn? Anything specific? Okay. The message. I'm also hearing the word messenger. So does this mean you have received a message and now you have become a messenger? Yes, okay. That I heard yes when I said that. They've become a messenger. So this is what Mary is telling me. Okay. When she died, when she crossed over, she watched her life review. And, we just mentioned how she kind of expected to relive all the good times and the good memories and stuff, but she didn't expect to see the ways that she may have hurt others or hurt herself. She got the message, and now she is a messenger. Okay, interesting. Giving help and support. We watch our son, she says. We watch him every day. So does this mean then that you've become the messenger? Does this mean you have to pass a message along to him? Yes, she says, in a way. In a way. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm just getting an image of her being on the other side, just kind of in this white room, watching it looks like a big TV screen almost, but it's alive. It's weird. But she had to watch how many, many people struggle and live in poverty. Now she says, the message I got was that I needed to have more compassion and I could have given more help and support to people in need. Now, on the bottom of the deck, I have the Chariot. So she learned something from this and has decided to go forward with doing what? Providing encouragement, she says, providing encouragement and spiritual and emotional support for those who are struggling with poverty or who are struggling with a lack of wealth, she says. It's interesting. So you did say that you watch your son every day. In what ways do you try to help him? Oh, I got a sneeze coming on. Hang on. Oh, Gesundheit. Okay. In what ways do you help him out? I just heard we listen to him, we try to speak to him. Sometimes we are just there. Fred still hasn't come in. He's been really, really quiet. Like, I feel like he is far away. Okay. Page of Swords. This is when I asked in what ways do Donald Trump's parents try and help him from the other side. So, Page of Swords. What's this, Mary? We help him to deal with the disappointment that he's facing. Okay. We see him the way he was when he was very young and when he was at his happiest and when he was at the best part of his life. Now, I'm just saying, in general, for everybody, the best part of your life doesn't just have to be one season and then the rest of your life is average. You can make every day better than the last. And so your whole life can be the best part of your life. But with Donald Trump, he's been unhappy for a very long time. I heard the words unsatisfied, unfulfilled. So the way that they see him, or they choose to see him, that's correct, she says. The way they choose to see him is how he was, I guess, when he was young and strong. And she says, watch your tone. Okay, I'm sorry. When he was young and strong and felt like he really, really was invincible. And then, of course, with this helping him to deal with disappointments, this page of swords often refers to disappointing news or somebody who says stuff that's, disappointing or insulting. So they try to help him deal with his disappointment. Next, Temperance. They have since learned from being on the other side that it's okay to take things easy, to bide your time. They've learned the importance of being balanced and having balance in your life. They are trying to show him this. Moderate. I heard the word moderate. Moderate. His thoughts go round and round. We're trying to show him how to moderate what goes on in his head. Interesting. I imagine it might be difficult because it seems like he doesn't listen to anybody. So does that mean, Mary, that he listens to you? Sometimes, she says. Sometimes he's aware. Many times he's unaware. By aware and unaware, that just means aware or unaware of your presence. Exactly, she says. Every time he thinks about me, I am there, she says. I also just heard he prays to me for help. Okay, so there are times then when he does try and listen to you. He's not sure if it's real or not, she says. But it seems as though his parents are trying to help him out with trying to stay balanced. Balanced, can you give me some specifics? Well, his thoughts, what goes round and round in his head, trying to help him to slow his thoughts. Better eating, better sleeping, I heard. Very important, she says. Better eating, better sleeping. Okay. What about... Okay. No, before I ask the next question, I'll look at the last card. And that is the Knight of Pentacles. They've been working very diligently. They have not given up. I just heard he doesn't hear his father. Is that what you said, Mary? Correct, she says. He doesn't necessarily hear when Fred tries to communicate. Fred is still very distant. Like I'm kind of seeing a man, I don't really get a clear image of his face. I'm seeing a mustache. Dark hair, he's like this. Skeptical. He's skeptical. Mary says he doesn't know if this is real. That you're connecting with a medium? She says she's done this before. But he's done this before too, has he not? I know of readers who have read on you too and channeled you too. She says yes. I'm getting that he's not very interested right now. So I think we're going to be talking mostly to Mary Trump, which that is perfectly okay. So Fred, if you want to just take off and disconnect, that's all right with me. Thank you, Mary, for sticking around. I get the feeling Fred's not going to disconnect entirely. He wants to just sort of observe and see how this turns out. Okay. So they've been working quite diligently with their son, for their son. They watch him every day. Every time he thinks of Mary, she is there. Fred sees his mistakes, she just said. He's sometimes hesitant to connect with his son because he is aware of every mistake he made and every interaction with his son that he could have done better but didn't. So anyways, your son is not always listening to them. Sometimes he, prays for Mary to help him. It's fascinating. And yet, they're still working diligently. Still devoted parents. I would think that's some pretty strong devotion, even though he's doing some terrible things. Anyways, let's look at the bottom of the deck. The Fool. They agree. Mary, anyways, she agrees that he's been acting very stupid. Very foolish, she says. Don't say stupid. Okay. He's been acting very foolish. He's making bad decisions. He will come to see it too when he gets to be where we are. But my understanding of this now, what she just told me, is that they're trying to help him before it has to get to that point where he has to die and cross over in order to learn anything. It would be too much, she says. It would be too much for him. Okay, well, all right. Now, I'm going to ask you something, Mary. This might be a little sensitive. But people are saying that Donald Trump uses all kinds of drugs and substances, stimulants. Says he doesn't drink, but there's the chance that he does. I just heard he does. I just heard that. He does. He does drink. He used to be sober. She says not to say he is an alcoholic. There was a time where he never drank. But then slowly, he started allowing himself 1 or 2 times of stress. I just heard during times of stress. All right, but I want to ask about the drug use. How does this make you feel? What do you think of it, and how does this make you feel? Well, immediately I had 2 cards fall out, but I do feel like I need to pull a few on purpose. I get the feeling Mary is familiar with tarot cards, and some of it comes from having been channeled by other readers. There are spirit guides with her that sort of show her the different symbolism of the cards and which ones might be the best to pick to answer questions. So I'm going to just pull a few on purpose and see what it is that she's going to say. Because I can definitely agree with the 2 that fell out. Okay. So for the 2 that fell out, it's the Strength card in reverse and the Emperor. It's undermining his position as the president. Of course, this information that I'm coming out with now comes from both things that are being channeled from Mary and other parts of my intuition, things that my spirit guides are telling me, and that whole deal. It's undermining the presidency. The Strength upside down. It's weakening his position. It's weakening him. The addiction is strong, but what it's doing to his body, to his job, to his, to his ego self. And I suppose, I don't want to say to his spiritual self, because our souls, they learn all kinds of things from even the most terrible earth experiences, even from the most, what we would consider the most horrible lifetimes or life experiences. The soul has learned a great number of lessons, a great many things. So she sees that, but it weakens his sense of self. It weakens his connection to that strong soul part of himself. He very much lives within the confines of his ego. And the addiction is chipping away at that too. Two of Pentacles. I keep hearing getting something, like getting it under control. She wants to see him get this under control. She's saying, I know he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to make his own choices. He is an adult man. But I would like for him to have a balance. Okay, what kind of balance then, Mary? Not using drugs when he should be working. Not using drugs when he should be speaking in public. Not using drugs when he is interacting with members of the public. She says behind closed doors when nobody's looking at him and paying attention. I mean, he uses it anyway. And she finds that that at least is better than just using it all the time, but she would like to see him get it under control. It breaks her heart. It's very, very sad to watch this. And, you know, it goes for anybody who has a drug problem or any kind of addiction problem. Because people, we can become addicted to anything, right? But it hurts ourselves, or for the person with the addiction, it hurts themselves, whether they're aware of that or not, whether they care or not. It hurts the ones around them. It hurts the people that they've double-crossed. It hurts the people that they may have deceived, stolen from. It hurts the people who love them. I'm getting that Mary is watching him so closely and she's so sad. I'm seeing an image. This is like from her perspective that I'm seeing this in my mind's eye. He's at this big desk, a black chair. It looks like one of those rolly, spinny office chairs. And he's got his, like, seriously laying down like this. He's got his head down. And he's kind of dozed off after burning out, after a crash. And she's watching from overhead. And she's got her hand on her chest like this. And it bothers her so much. I just heard Fred come in and says, I feel like I'm responsible for that. But now I gotta, just say, I don't know what you did, Fred. I really don't know how you lived life. But I do know that it seems like you've owned up to your bad decisions. However, your son is an adult. He is responsible for his decisions now. You are no longer responsible for what he does. I just heard, I know. Anyway, so the drug use, it's very, very disappointing on them. It hurts his mother's feelings. Like, it just hurts her heart. And she sends him like this. I'm just getting like she's doing this with her hands, and this sparkly white light is coming down and surrounding him. And she just kind of like floats there and just does this and holds this energy there. I don't know what the energy is of, but I did hear love and healing. So those are ways that she just try to help him. Now, the last one that she has for me for this one is the world, the completion. This reminds me of when Donald Trump eventually passes away, as we all will eventually, and goes to the other side. I clarified that with the Four of Cups. The life review is going to be hard to watch. News he doesn't want to hear. It's like he's going to learn the full gravity of these choices, and it's disappointing. It's going to be disappointing to him. He's not going to want to see it. He's going to want to see all of his good times and his favorite memories, which I'm sure he will, but he will also see and experience the way that his choices hurt other people and hurt himself. And since he's the president, how he's hurt other people is on such a grand scale. Okay, so I'm going to put these cards away because you might want to, Mary, use them to answer the next question. And that is, what are your thoughts and feelings on the impeachment hearings? Do you want him to leave office? I heard an immediate yes. It was a very resounding yes. I saw capital letters, Y-E-S, period. For his own good, she says. All right, so what else do you think and feel about these impeachment hearings and of what's going on right now? These cards are telling me what she sees. So this is what she sees, okay? As of this moment right now, this is what she's seeing, and she's showing me this through the cards. It's coming in the future. It's coming. Now, this is not the card of the boats coming back in, where it's absolutely guaranteed. It's in the stage where the boats have been sent out. And I'm referring to the Three of Wands has a picture of a guy on a hill watching these boats come back to shore, but they went out. So the hearings are not finished. We're kind of just still in the middle of things. She sees, also with this Two of Wands, I just heard overseas, international. So I think she's seeing, is this what, okay, this is showing me what, okay, this is the what, okay. Sometimes it's hard to word things. Sometimes the brain is just whatever. Overseas, wealth, the family's wealth, the family's many attempts at businesses and many attempts at fortune. And then these are Donald Trump's kids, Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric, etc. The ones that are involved in the corruption, because a couple of them aren't, but those three especially are. She sees a woman putting down a boundary. No, this cannot continue. This cannot be allowed. This may never happen again. No. I heard line in the sand. It's, oh, well, okay, a woman, but I'm also just getting this female energy. It's just like this divine feminine even. And it's the culmination of many women putting down that boundary. No, that is unacceptable behavior. And it's not allowed to continue. We see Nancy Pelosi. This is exactly the energy I got. Is this Nancy Pelosi, Mary? She says that's correct. Awesome. So what about Pelosi? I am going to just pull one out of the middle to clarify. Now, this is not something I expected to come up. She's helping her son. Mary is helping her son. She's helping Donald Trump through this. But she's also supporting Nancy. And this female, this feminine energy saying, no more. So she's helping out. She's helping her son, and she's helping him. You're seriously helping him to get impeached, to be removed? And earlier she did say, for his own good. And she just repeated that. And then she's seeing an offer. I'm seeing this as an offer to resign. She says, that is right. Do you think, Mary, that he will take that offer to resign if it's offered up to him again? Five of Swords. Is this a yes or is this a no? This is how he would feel about it. Betrayed. I feel like they have given him 1 or 2 chances to resign in the past, and he said no. Does this mean that this time he might actually take it? Because these people have dropped their swords and are walking away. She's been very quiet. I do not know, she says. But this is just how he will be feeling. Is this defeated, betrayed? But yet he still wants to continue winning at every cost. And is that why you don't know? She says that is exactly why. He doesn't know when to quit. He feels as though he cannot stop, she says. Weird, but okay. On the bottom of the deck, I was just saying on the bottom of the deck and then I freaking shuffled. So sorry guys, no bottom of the deck that time. Okay. So she's helping him and the impeachment hearings. She wants him out for his own good. She's so saddened by all of this. She says there is much to talk about. She says something about overwhelmed. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Yes. Okay. If we need to stop here, that's okay. Is there anything else, any last things, any last messages? Yes, actually, yes. And she does say yes, there is a last message, and it's for her son. So what is that? Let me gather these cards up. What is the last message you have for us? It's the message that you have for your son, for Donald. What is that message that you have for him? I had 3, 4 fall out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Okay. I'll show you guys what I have. Okay. This is the message that she has for him. That what's meant to happen is going to happen. he does not have the control. And with this Chariot card, that is somewhat what this means, is like, this is the moving forward, and it's kind of like, hop on the Chariot. If you're in the way, you're getting run over. Clarified by that Three of Swords. He's getting run over by the Chariot, essentially, is what she's saying. What's going to happen, what's meant to happen is going to happen, and it's going to upset him, and it is not good. It's not going to make him happy. It's going to devastate him. A new beginning is, well, it's on its way. It's like Spirit is offering the chance to have a new beginning. But it involves, this is what clarified it, it involves leaving behind what's happening right now in the present. It involves admitting defeat. That's going to be so hard for him to do, which is also why we have this heartbreak card going along with it. This new beginning means you have to let go, she says. It's okay to let go. I just heard nobody's protecting you. What do you mean by that? Because you said you were protecting him. Nobody in office? Oh, okay. So it's like, spiritually, yeah, he's still being guided and protected, but when it comes to like his inner circle and those that he thinks he can trust, nobody's actually going to protect him. Eventually, each one of them will turn, and he will have to admit defeat. This act that you're doing, what about the act? I'm hearing juggling. I'm hearing this who you really are versus who you're trying to be is only creating more inner conflict and strife. And it's only just adding to this fight. He's got this real bad inner conflict, inner fight with himself. And it's this, him pretending to be this president, pretending to be this master of the deal. It's not helping his growth and progression. And then the last thing she says is, the lying and the manipulation is saving you now, but only for now. It was clarified by the Eight of Swords. It is going to bind you. You are bound to the lies that you tell. I'm just seeing like, it's an image of a box closing in, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And this is showing me that the wiggle room or the margin for truth is so limited now. He's in so deep that, I mean, he tells on himself all the time. He tells the truth by accident all the time, but to actually act with some integrity, there's very limited space for him to do that now. And he's just bound to all the lies he's telling. It's just going to come back and get him. She's saying again, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to let go. This is too burdensome. This was not what you were meant to be doing with your life. This was not what you were supposed to be doing. Let it go. Drop the load, she says. Last one, King of Wands. This is Trump as a regular old man. Just be you. Whatever that looks like and whatever that means at this point in his life, she just wants him to be him. Drop the facade. Drop the presidency. Drop everything that he clings to, and to just reconnect with who he really is. So that's what's come up. This video is quite long, I understand that, but it's been really interesting. getting to connect with his mother and seeing what she has to say, that she does want him out of office. She's seeing this from the perspective of his soul's growth. This is terrible for his soul's growth and development. There are things, like I said, he will learn. Our souls, even when we have terrible life experiences, our souls learn big, important things. But there are some things that he's not learning right now that he's supposed to be, that he came here to do, that he's not doing and will not do as long as he's in office and as long as he keeps acting the way he does. She's telling him it's okay to let it go. It's okay to just stop what you're doing. It's okay to